Where is she?
Detention areas in a secure sector. Just keep heading north.
Secret droid.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in Obi-Wan Kenobi, Episode 4.
Obi-Wan is dead. Nobody's coming for me.
For this list, we're looking at Easter eggs, callbacks, references, and so on that might have gone over your head in the 4th episode of this Star Wars series. If you haven't seen this one yet, beware of spoilers. What else did you notice? Do you still geek out when you see random R2 droids? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. T-47 airspeeders. Who doesn't love a good T-47 airspeeder? Well, apparently those involved with the path who view them as little more than glorified garbage trucks.
Well, we need to find a way inside.
Well, we're not soldiers. Those speeders are for hauling sewage.
She's 10 years old.
Since the path hasn't gone all Rebel Alliance-y just yet, it makes sense that they wouldn't see the T-47s as instruments of war. But anyone who's seen classic Star Wars will know that they'll go on to play an instrumental role in the Battle of Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back. Specifically, they're outfitted with towing cables that allow them to trip up the giant lumbering AT-ATs.
Come on! That got him!
It's possible that those are the same cables Sully would say are for hauling sewage, but whatever the case, we're just glad to see these speeders in action again. Number 9. Obi-Wan's dip. While looking through the watery background during the Fortress Inquisitorius scenes of Part 3, we so wanted to make a reference to Phantom Menace. But it appears the sea life of Nur isn't too similar to that of Naboo.
There's always a bigger fish.
Still, Part 4 does go further with the connection, so we think it merits an entry this time around. Specifically, Obi-Wan uses a rebreather to swim his way to the fortress, much like he did while following Jar Jar to the underwater city of Otoh Gunga. Now, and while we're on the topic, it isn't the first time someone used a rebreather to sneak onto the fortress, as Cal Kestis does so in the Jedi Fallen Order video game. More on that later.
Intruder there. Loud and clear.
Number 8. Kenobi tracked.
I had a droid when I was younger, too. He was taken from me. Like everything else.
At the end of the episode, Inquisitor Reva manages to track Leia, and by proxy Obi-Wan, by planting what we assume to be a bug of some sort in Leia's droid LOLA-59, affectionately called Lola.
I put a tracker on the ship. Soon the location of the network and Kenobi will be ours.
We'll break that down further in a little bit, but it is interesting to note that one of Obi-Wan's most famed tactics is being used against him. If you'll remember, Attack of the Clones sees Obi-Wan travel to Kamino, another ocean world, to locate bounty hunter Jango Fett.
Dad, look! Boba, get on board!
After a brief skirmish, Obi-Wan appears defeated, only to land a homing beacon on Jango's ship. This allows him to follow Jango to Geonosis and uncover the Separatist movement.
Well, we won't be seeing him again.
We shudder to think how Reva could next get the upper hand. Number 7. Traitor. Since appearing in Part 3, Tala is becoming quite the ally to Obi-Wan as a triple agent. An imperialist turned anti-imperialist, pretending to be an imperialist, pretending to be an anti-imperialist. Wait, did we get that right?
I will not have my integrity questioned and admit you're a spy. Of course I am. I spent 2 years undercover, trying to find out where they were hidden.
In any case, Reva's dubious nature does not miss a beat when it comes to questioning Tala's allegiances. but more pressing matters prevent her from sussing her out on the spot. Until, however, Tala's looking to escape with Obi-Wan and Leia.
A child and an old man. Was it worth it? Betraying everything you own.
Though perhaps not a direct callback, Reva's denouncement of a turncoat does remind us of when a stormtrooper similarly called out Finn in The Force Awakens.
Raider!
If there's one similarity between the Empire and First Order, and there are plenty, it's their hatred of traitors. Number 6. Taken. Okay, this one is a total stretch, but once we made the connection, we couldn't not go there.
I need your help.
So does every kid making a rock float from here to Coruscant.
Someone very important to me has been taken. I need your help to get her back.
General, I'm sorry, but that's not my problem.
Well, I wish that were true.
When Obi-Wan and Tala try to persuade fellow Path member Roken to help save Leia, Obi-Wan uses the word taken. Anyone who was conscious at the end of the 2000s knows this is the title of an action movie about a man, also with a very particular set of skills, who seeks to rescue his daughter who too has been taken.
Now, the next part is very important. They're going to take you.
Kim, stay focused, baby. This is key.
If you'll indulge us further, you'll know that this starred Liam Neeson, who's also known for playing Qui-Gon alongside Obi-Wan actor Ewan McGregor in The Phantom Menace.
It sounds like bait to establish a connection trace.
What if it is true, and the people are dying?
Either way, we're running out of time.
With Neeson rumored to return in Obi-Wan Kenobi, could this be the subtle confirmation we've been looking for?
Master Qui-Gon. Master.
Number 5. Leia's only hope. Okay, and now for a more legitimate entry about Leia being taken. The captured princess in need of rescuing trope goes back centuries, but for Star Wars, it goes back to 1977 with the original movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away!
Upon being captured by the Empire, Leia even says something similar to the Carrie Fisher version in that one.
You can't keep me here. My father is Bail Organa. He's a senator. I am a princess of Alderaan.
That wasn't the only connection we made during her first few scenes in Part 4, as Leia again hinges her hopes on Obi-Wan coming to save her. Reva, however, makes it clear that Leia needs to talk, and that the only person who can help Leia is Leia.
The only person that can save you now, Leia, is you.
So, in a way, Reva's saying Leia is her only hope?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Number 4. Lola's red eyes. Red has always been the color of the Sith. While that's most commonly conveyed through lightsabers, it seems that's not lost on the droids in Star Wars either. After Reva reveals she planted a tracker in Lola, Leia's little toy droid glows red in the eyes, almost signifying its turn to the dark side, so to speak. Similarly, this happens to C-3PO in The Rise of Skywalker when the good guys need to access his forbidden memory bank.
Wait. We make him translate it, he won't remember anything.
Droid, remember, go blank. Oh, blank.
Seeing as the location of the Wayfinder is in the Sith language, their overriding of his system to get him to translate it causes his eyes to gleam red.
The Emperor's Wayfinder is in the Imperial Vault at Delta 36, transient 936, bearing 32 on a moon in the Endor system. From the southern shore, only this blade tells. Only this blade tells.
We just hope that if Lola's memory is similarly wiped, she's got an R2 droid to back her up.
Memory restoration complete. R2, have you heard? I am going with Mistress Rey on her very first mission. I already have.
Number 3. The new and not-so-improved interrogation chamber. For general viewers, the Fortress Inquisitorius will seem like a fresh, new location in Star Wars lore. But for gamers, they're already more than familiar with it, having played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That doesn't look good. It isn't. It's him.
At the end of the game, players are confronted by Vader in the interrogation chamber where Reva takes Leia and Obi-Wan.
What are you doing to me? The same thing I'd do to anyone who doesn't embrace the Empire.
While the room looks a little different 5 canonical years later, that's understandable seeing as Vader kinda wrecked the place the first time out. It also isn't the first time the glass has been replaced, as Vader had to hold back rushing water in the tunnel much in the same way Obi-Wan has to here.
Run!
Maybe thicker glass next time, fellas? Number 2. Tala's abandoned Comlink. Like we said earlier, Part 4 holds many parallels to Leia's Death Star rescue in A New Hope, but more observant fans have noticed that this rescue follows very similar beats. In particular, Tala relays Leia's location to Obi-Wan, but is approached by a suspicious Imperial officer.
This isn't your station.
Upon being drawn away, she leaves behind her comlink, though Obi-Wan remains ignorant of this.
Tala, can you hear me?
It's a small moment, but it harkens back to the original movie when C-3PO has to leave his behind to deal with some stormtroopers. Also unaware, our heroes, about to be garbage mashed, call out in distress only to similarly get radio silence.
3PO! Where could he be?
Thankfully for Obi-Wan, his circumstances are not quite as dire. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Frozen Jedi.
I think I've just found out what they're hiding down here. This place isn't a fortress. It's a tomb.
Hands down, the Part 4 moment that shakes us to our core is when Obi-Wan discovers scores of deceased Jedi frozen in some sort of liquid on Fortress Inquisitorius. While we could probably make a reference to Marvel's The Collector, we're more interested in identifying any familiar faces. While some fans claim to see Mace Windu somewhere, the two most seem to be identifying are Coleman Kaj and Tara Sinube.
It's unfair. How can you be on the council and not be a master?
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
While we still don't have confirmation, the former Ongri does seem to be on Obi-Wan's right as he enters the chamber. And the latter Kojin might be the first one he looks at directly.
For a guy that moves slow, you always seem to get ahead of me.
Whether we know these Jedi or not though, the scene remains chilling all the same. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.